The Mystery of Lizzie Borden. Lizzie Andrew Borden, born in July of 1860. She was born in Fall River, Massachusetts. Lizzie's father was a very wealthy man. In today's dollars, he would have been worth around $8 to $10 million. Lizzie's real mother died when she was just 3 years old. Her father married another woman named Abby Gray after his first wife's death. Lizzie and her sister Emma did not totally trust Abby, believing that she was only after their father's money. The Borden family had a little bit of a falling out when Lizzie and Emma's father started gifting properties to his wife Abby's family just months before the murders happened. Lizzie and Emma's uncle John Morse, the brother of Lizzie's mother, came to stay with the Bordens just a day prior to the family murders. He was supposed to stay for a few days to discuss property transfers with Lizzie and Emma's father, Andrew Jackson Borden. There was a strange occurrence with the Borden family just a few days prior to the murders. The entire Borden household became violently ill. Some speculated it was food poisoning. Abby thought it was poison, because Andrew Borden was not very well liked in the community. Now that a small portion of the backstory is out of the way, let's get into the details of Abby and Andrew's murder. The murders happened on the 4th of August, 1892, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. for Abby, and 10:30 to 11:10 a.m. for Andrew. Lizzie and Emma would normally clean up after guests when they stayed the night, but for some reason, Abby decided to go make the bed. The room where Abby was found was the room John Morse, the uncle of Lizzie and Abby, stayed. Abby was found dead in that room of apparent sharp object trauma. She had 18 direct hits to her head. 17 of them were directly to the back of the head. Andrew Borden was found dead in a downstairs sitting room from an apparent hatchet attack. He was hit 10 to 11 times, while he was most likely sleeping. Lizzie found him and called for the maid, who came downstairs. She found Andrew still bleeding from his wounds. It was apparent that the attack just occurred. The police were notified and began to question the occupants of the house. Lizzie's answers to their questions were really strange and contradictory. At one point, she claims to hear a groaning noise before entering the house, but didn't think much of it. Then 2 hours later, claimed she didn't hear anything. When police asked where her stepmother was, Lizzie said she was out visiting a sick friend, but thought she returned. The maid and a neighbor went to look for Abby upstairs, where they found her body in the guest room. At this point, police believed Lizzie was starting to look like the prime suspect. They claimed her attitude was off, she was acting strangely calm and well poised. The police searched Lizzie's room, but found nothing out of the ordinary. They then searched the basement and found 2 hatchets, 2 axes, and a hatchet head with a broken handle that looked to be fresh. The police also said that the broken hatchet looked to have been just placed there. Ash was placed on top of the broken hatchet to make it look as if it had been there for a while. Police never took the items for evidence or checked Lizzie for bloodstains, both failures on their part. Overnight, police were stationed around the Borden household and witnessed Lizzie in the basement looking at the bloody clothes of her father and stepmother. 2 nights after the murders, police began a more thorough search of the property and notified Lizzie that she was a suspect in the murder of her father and stepmother. The next morning, Lizzie's friend found Lizzie in the kitchen, tearing up a dress. She claimed that it was full of paint and that she planned on putting it into the fire. Police couldn't confirm if that dress was the one worn on the day of the murders or not. During an inquest before her trial, Lizzie was on morphine to calm her nerves. She refused to answer some of the questions, even if they would have helped her. She also contradicted her story several times, and was even caught in a few lies during the inquest. The statements she gave during the inquest were deemed inadmissible during the trial, and the jury would never hear those statements. During the trial, the prosecution could not convince the jury that she was guilty. They acquitted her after only an hour and a half of deliberation. After the trial was over, Lizzie and her sister lived out the remainder of their lives fairly wealthy. Some of the theories that have come out of this unsolved murder are that the maid may have done it because they basically were working her too hard and she snapped. Another theory was that Andrew Borden's illegitimate son did it after he was unable to extort money from his father. Some think that a mysterious stranger did it for some unknown reason, and Andrew was very well disliked. A vast majority believe that Lizzie did it though, but nobody can really agree to why. It is also widely believed that she got away with it because of the poor investigation done by police. What do you think? Is Lizzie guilty? Did someone else commit the perfect crime? As always, thank you for watching. If you enjoy what I'm doing, please subscribe to my channel. and leave me a comment. I read and respond to all of them.